Yeah, so I think one of the biggest things has just been to be a resilient person and to be able to deal with adversity because not everybody's path to being a pro or to getting to play on first team is going to be that path of just where you go straight up. You're going to have ups and downs. So it's kind of been learning to battle through adversity, learning to battle through some tough injuries, and just being ready whenever you get an opportunity because you don't know when you're going to get another one, you know?
Was that similar to the situation you had in Los Angeles? You had, like 28, starts there and such. Was it also in case of coming in for an injury, or some of those when you just were the best keeper in training?
So in Los Angeles, the first year I got there, Tyler Miller was doing very well and he went over with the national team. And I got a stretch of games and I was able to take my opportunity there. And then that kind of put me in the running for the position. And so then me and Tyler flipped back and forth that year. Next year it was with Kenneth Vermeer and I played more of those games. And then the last year I started off as a starter and then Tomas came in and Bob decided to go with Tomas. So it kind of, yeah, it depended on the year. But yeah, it came and went, you know?
And just your frame of mind, a lot of the media, not so much here, but like in the broadcasts and things like that, have referred to you as a reserve goalkeeper. Do you see yourself that way, or how do you view the competition for the number one spot?
Yeah, I mean, I don't put a label on my position. I just try to come in every day, work hard, and prove myself to the coaches and to my teammates because I think that if you just take it one day at a time, then you're going to make the most of your opportunity.
Great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Willie P.
Hey, Pablo, hope you're doing well. I kind of asked you something similar after the final scrimmage, but how did you notice your preparation differed from the game that you played at the end of the year where you came on very much in a pinch after Kalina's injury? How much did you prepare differently, kind of knowing that you were the starter going into the week and that you had that ahead of you going into the first game last weekend?
Yeah, it's a very different preparation because you just have more time to think about what you want to do. You can maybe visualize a couple of things differently. But at the end of the day, you always have to be ready because you never know when you're going to come on, even if you're on the bench to start. So in a sense, it is different because you maybe are a little bit more prepared to come in when you already know you're going to start. But at the same time, you always have to be ready because you never know when you're going to get that chance.
Between Kale and George and even AZ when he was here and yourself, the goalkeeper room has always been pretty tight. How much did that tightness help you, not just throughout the preseason, but specifically at the start of the regular season here?
No, it's great, and one of the things that is good to see, and I think that it was curious because my mom was at the game. She pointed out was that the goalkeeper group that we have is very united, and we really push each other to become better, to be more competitive. And when we were warming up, you could see that in the way that we interact with each other, the way we're cheering each other on. So I think it's a very good, healthy group, and it's going to help make all of us better.
You've had a variety of different back lines. You brought Bill in, obviously, at the tail end of last week and at the beginning of the tail end of the week before, I should say, and then all last week. And you had more at the left back. I know that can have an impact on you. How much did you notice the impact of that on Saturday, and how much are you guys working to try and make sure that you guys are all on the same page going into St. Louis?
Yeah, it's obviously a new system for Bill, so he's trying to learn all the kind of moving parts of the system. But I think he played very well. Mora obviously is an experienced and reliable left back that I think also had a strong game. So obviously the more we play together, the better we'll adapt and the better that maybe that cohesion between the back line will be. But I think that overall it was a strong defensive performance, just a real shame to give up that late goal.
Thanks, pal. Good luck in St. Louis.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we'll keep going in English. Brian.
Pablo, Brian from Top Mid 90. How did you feel about your performance in the opener?
Yeah, I think it was a good performance overall. I think that there are some details that I could clean up. Obviously, it's not, you never like to give up a late goal, so that was very disappointing for not just me, for the whole team. But I think it's a performance that I can build on and continue to improve.
And what do you feel is your strongest strength as a goalkeeper?
I think that my play between the posts and kind of reading the space between the back line and coming out for 1v1s are two of my biggest strengths.
And have you watched any tape on St. Louis so far, either from their opening match or during any of the players playing during Next Pro, and kind of what are you expecting from them this weekend?
Yeah, I expect a very dynamic team. It's a very direct team that likes to press us high, so it's going to be definitely a tough game, and they're going to obviously have the energy and intensity of that home opener. So it's going to be a tough environment, but I think that we're going to go in there prepared and ready to compete.
And since you kind of took over the starting role at the end of last year and at the beginning of this season, how have you felt from the support from the fan base in that time? Have you felt an increase in support, and how's that been?
Yeah, the fan base that we have here is incredible, and the support that they've given me has made me feel like I'm right at home. So I'm very thankful for the fans and for the energy that they bring every single time that we're on the field.
Thank you, Pablo.
Yeah,
Good luck
thank
this
you.
weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brian. So we got two more people in English. We'll go Sam, and then we'll go Caleb for the last one in English before switching to Spanish. So Sam.
Hey, Pablo. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I did want to start out by saying that, despite obviously giving up a late goal, I was very impressed with your performance on Saturday. What do you think went into that? Just the first game back after so long being off, all of the different storylines going into this season. What really gave you the motivation to be able to make a lot of the big saves and big plays you made in the game?
I think that comes down to the way we work every day in training and to how we're pushing each other every day in training, because at the end of the day, I think that you will play like you train. So just pushing each other to become better, having a strong preseason where the goalkeeper group really like pushed each other and watched a lot of video, try to improve a lot of little details. So I think that doing all of that during preseason got us to a point where we were going to be ready for that first game to be able to put on a strong performance.
And so going forward, I think obviously a lot of the fan base, like Steve, I'm going to take it back a little bit, was introduced to you during the Chelsea friendly. Don't know if we really got a chance to talk about that, but how have you seen your game develop since, going from being under that huge spotlight to moving forward as a first-team starter?
Yeah, I think that the biggest thing has just been my confidence and calmness in goal. I think that that's improved a lot, especially right now from my time when I was in LA. So I try to just keep building on that, try to keep building on each performance, staying really present, staying really locked in the current moment. So I think that if I just keep focusing on that, I'll keep improving, I'll keep putting on strong performances.
And my last question is, it was brought up a little earlier that there has been a lot of transition on the back line, perhaps more than anywhere else. We have a lot of talented players who are in the fullback position and who are supporting you on defense. How are you working with them to communicate and improve as a team? Because I think a lot of times when we talk to goalkeepers, we focus on goalkeeper training, but not so much on how you're interacting with the people who are supposed to prevent the ball from ever coming to you.
Yeah, so that just happens during the week in training. I think that the way we work, a lot of times we do tactical work, we do scrimmages, and there is where we could do a lot of the communication, get that synchronization and the movements with the back line. So I think that has to be done in training, and that's something that we're doing. So I think that there's going to be more and more cohesion the more games we play together.
Thanks a bunch. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Sam. All right, last one in English. Caleb.
Hey, Pablo. I just wanted to ask you a bit about the last result, and moving forward. A loss like that, especially losing at the end there, could be mentally deflating. How do you guys sort of recover and sort of push that back to move on to the next game?
Yeah, like you said, it's a very deflating loss to lose like that, and especially in front of the incredible fans that we have. So it's obviously not the way we want to start the season, but at the same time, it's a very long season, and we got a long way to go. So we got to stay positive, stay focused on the next game, and just think about St. Louis and getting a good result there.
Great, appreciate it. Good luck this weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, let's switch over to Spanish. Claudio, kick it off with Spanish. Claudio, not sure if your mic's working. Can't hear you. I'll give you 1 second to see if you can sort that out. We'll go to Tonio and then we'll come back to you, Claudio. Oh, there you are. Good. Go ahead, Claudio.
Hola Pablo, buenas tardes, ¿cómo te va?
Bien, ¿y tú, Claudio?
Bien, bien, gracias. Quería consultarte, volviendo al partido de atrás, cuando finalizó el partido muchos de los jugadores, no te vi a vos particularmente, pero seguro también, hicieron la seña así como de pedirle perdón al público. Yo quería saber por qué, si era solo por la derrota o qué más sintieron ustedes para tener que ir a pedirle perdón al público.
Yo no sé si fue a pedirle perdón o más a ir a agradecerles el apoyo, ir a aplaudir, ir a dar las gracias por venir a apoyarnos, por la energía que trajeron al partido. Yo personalmente fui a aplaudirles y obviamente sentía una decepción tremenda después de batallar por 90 minutos que tuvieron que salvar al final y perder el partido de esa manera. Pero yo creo que más que nada era ir a agradecer el apoyo que nos brindaron y al final es increíble jugar enfrente de 70.000 personas y que nos estén apoyando de esa manera. Entonces, pues obviamente fue una gran decepción para nosotros y para todos ustedes, ¿no?
¿Y en el vestuario ustedes qué hablaron? En el vestidor después del partido, si hablaron entre ustedes acerca del partido entre los jugadores, ¿qué hablaron?
Sí, pues estamos muy calientes porque se nos escapó un partido de esa manera, entonces nada más es como corregir ciertos detalles, pero después del partido al final no se habla mucho, la gente está muy caliente, entonces lo mejor es esperarse un poquito y el lunes cuando venimos a entrenar, analizar todo con una cabeza fría porque en la calentura no vas a resolver nada, ¿no? Entonces ahí más que nada la gente entra muy caliente después de perder un partido de esa manera.
Pues estás hablando de caliente, de calentura y en tu actuación personal, porque tuviste una actuación para mí muy buena, pero claro, generalmente los arqueros, los porteros se van a quedar con el gol que le hicieron. ¿Fue así? ¿Te sentiste de esa manera?
Sí, al final, el sábado fue una mala noche para mí, o sea, no dormí nada, estaba todo el día con esa acción en la cabeza. Al final, cuando te meten un gol y más cuando es un gol tan tardío después de todo el trabajo del equipo, obviamente estás muy decepcionado, pero creo que, como bien dices, al final fue un buen partido a nivel individual. Hay cosas que se pueden mejorar obviamente, pero creo que tengo que usarlo como motivación para seguir creciendo y para seguir mejorando como portero.
Y con respecto a lo que se viene a San Luis, no sé si sos de analizar a los rivales, sobre todo a los delanteros, obviamente, que son los que te pueden convertir. Si ya lo hiciste o qué vistes en general del equipo de San Luis.
Sí, aquí durante la semana estamos haciendo un análisis del rival, entonces ya vi bastante. Al final se ve que es un equipo que juega directo, que le gusta presionar arriba, que nos va a complicar las cosas, entonces hay que estar preparados todos. Va a ser un partido obviamente difícil porque es su primer partido en la historia en casa y esos partidos siempre van cargados con muchas emociones. Pero te digo, estar preparados para el partido que se viene porque va a ser un partido bonito, entonces estar listos.
De last one. Pablo, sin hacer comparaciones obviamente con Cristian, ¿no? que se está recuperando y todo esto, pero nosotros por lo que nos cuenta la gente en general, es muy difícil cuando un arquero reemplaza a uno que fue titular durante toda la temporada, que reciba el apoyo tan grande como está recibiendo vos. O sea, es como que la gente dijo, bueno, no está Calina, lo queremos, es un buen arquero, pero estamos muy seguros, como esa es la sensación, eso es lo que transmite la gente. ¿Cómo lo sentís?
No, a mí yo te digo, estoy muy agradecido con la afición por cómo pues, me han apoyado desde el partido de Filadelfia, bueno, desde el partido del Chelsea, la verdad que sentí ese apoyo de la afición. Entonces me encanta tener esa cercanía con la grada, tener esa cercanía y ese apoyo con ustedes porque al final a mí como jugador me ayuda mucho. Entonces la verdad que nada, se agradecer a la afición por cómo me ha aceptado y cómo me están ayudando, ¿no?
Gracias.
Nada, a ti, claro.
Thanks, Claudio. Okay, Mikael, and then we'll finish with Tonio.
Buenas tardes, ¿cómo estás?
No, muy bien, ¿y tú?
Bien, soy Mikael de Charlotte FC Brasil. Quiero preguntar de la competencia con Kalina y Marks, ¿cómo te ayuda a mejorar?
Sí, como dije antes, es un grupo muy unido, como la unión de porteros que tenemos es un grupo muy unido y trabajamos muy fuerte pues, los cuatro, porque también está Isaac ahorita, que es un portero nuevo, el año pasado con Adrián también, Entonces nos empujamos mucho a mejorar todos los días y al final yo creo que eso nos hace estar mejor a todos y estar muy bien preparados para cuando nos toque jugar.
¿Y qué esperas para el próximo partido? ¿Qué crees que el equipo puede hacer de mejor?
¿En qué términos? ¿En términos individuales o en términos del equipo?
Los dos.
Pues yo espero un partido muy disputado. Obviamente ellos, como dije, son un equipo que está teniendo su primer partido en casa, entonces van a salir con mucha energía. Entonces tenemos que estar a la par o mejor en ese sentido en cuanto a energía e intensidad. Y individualmente pues centrarme en que no metan goles solamente y luego en hacer las cosas de la mejor manera posible.
Sí, gracias.
No, a ti.
All right, Tonio, final one.
Hola Pablo, ¿cómo estás? Gusto en saludarte otra vez.
Igualmente, Toño.
Ya te preguntaron en inglés sobre esto, pero esta es la primera vez que juegan juntos los 5 del fondo. ¿Cómo te sentiste con ellos? ¿Qué deben mejorar? ¿Qué te gustó en cobertura, recorridos? ¿Cómo los viste? ¿Cómo sentiste a los 5 de atrás, contándote a ti obviamente, ¿no?
Sí, yo la verdad que lo sentí muy bien durante todo el partido. Al final fue difícil, nos quedaron muchas ocasiones claras. Creo que trabajamos bien como una unidad. Obviamente hay cosas que mejorar, hay ciertos momentos donde igual estuvimos un poquito lentos en las transiciones, pero creo que en lo general estuvimos bien, no nos crearon muchas ocasiones de gol claras. Pero bueno, obviamente pues, cuando te un gol en el último minuto es muy decepcionante, ¿no? Pero creo que en general fue un partido bueno de la línea de atrás y creo que podemos seguir mejorando, pero creo que vamos por buen camino.
Tú como portero, ¿cuáles son tus puntos de referencia en la cancha para estar bien ubicado? ¿Tienes algunas líneas que tienes trazadas, algunos ángulos en el área? ¿Cuáles son tus puntos de referencia?
Sí, pues sobre todo cuando estamos jugando, cuando estamos atacando, me gusta estar cerca de la línea de atrás para que no haya mucho espacio, porque como jugamos con la línea levantada no me gusta dejar mucho espacio para yo poder salir a cortar ciertos balones. Y pues ya después cuando se acercan a la portería, pues eso ya son las típicas posiciones de portero que te vas moviendo, vas a agarrar una posición más agresiva para un centro posiblemente, ¿no? Pero bueno, eso ya es más técnico, que si quieres te lo puedo explicar todo, pero ya sería mucho, ¿no? Pero sí, más que nada buscar estar bien parado, porque si estás bien parado es obviamente más difícil que te metan un gol.
Y en los tiros de esquina, ¿tú te sientes más cómodo con el equipo marcando en zona, marcando personal? ¿Han intentado mixto? ¿Cómo te sientes mejor en los corners?
Sí, a mí me gusta el esquema que tenemos, que es el esquema mixto. Yo creo que funciona bien. Al final tenemos gente que va bien por arriba, entonces creo que es un esquema que funciona bien para las características del equipo que tenemos.
Perfecto. Gracias Pablo, suerte en San Luis.
A ti, muchas gracias, Toño.